How's it, Oaks? This is a range test on the Trek Rail eMTB, which will give you an idea on the kind of mileage / range that's possible on one of these machines. Parameters for the test will be completely standard Trek Rail. I haven't made any modifications whatsoever. It's as you would buy it in the store. It's got the same wheels, same tires. Everything is 100% standard. I'm going to leave the bike in the second most powerful setting for the entire ride. So that's a setting called eMTB, funny enough, and it's the second most powerful. I won't change that setting for the entire ride. I'm going to cover a bit of tar road to get to the trails, and then I'm going to ride some of the most technical trails that Cape Town has. Rider weight, I'm about 75 kilos with all my gear on. Fitness level, say marginally above average, but a little tired after big XC ride recently. The morale, absolute all-time high. Every time I ride my bike, there's amazing morale. Again, the goal here is to give you an idea on the range you can get on a bike like this. And it's not a max range test. If I was going for maximum kilometers, I would leave it in the eco setting and there'd be over 80 Ks and it would be an 8-hour day and I'd be absolutely hammered. Don't have that power in my system today. There are technical trails, so I'm riding with some trusted knee pads today, which I always recommend for technical trails, and e-bike riding. The bonus for you, Andrew Nettling, a buddy of mine, World Cup podium shredder, now in retirement, as you know, is joining us somewhere in the mid portion of the ride, and we're going to do a little bit of switchback skills. So we're going to just film a little bit of switchback riding, give you some basic pointers on how to negotiate, how to deal with switchbacks. And we're doing it on eMTBs, but the techniques for switchbacks on an eMTB, XC bike, a trail bike, enduro bike, even a downhill bike, it's pretty universal. Most of it will be of use to you no matter what kind of bike you ride. Okay, let's hit it. Okay, so about 5 kilometers in, this is the first technical trail we're going to ride. That behind me up there is Lion's Head, and then that's Table Mountain over there. And then if you look down there, that's the Atlantic Ocean, and the city is there behind me over there. So yeah, this view never gets old, kind of like these vintage Oakleys. Before I drop in, just a quick recap on the things that impact range on an e-bike. So obviously rider weight, which is what I went through earlier, rider fitness, the surface and gradient ridden, the weight of the bike, the wheel weight itself, the tread pattern of the tires, compound of the tires, outside temperature, and wind, and there's a couple more as well, but we don't have to go into that much detail. So I guess that's kind of the beauty of a test like this, is it's just real world, you know, it's just out there riding trails, and just this is what you will encounter on an e-bike wherever you live. So we're going to drop in this trail, amazing trail, really lucky to live here. I've been riding this trail for over 25 years. It's changed so much in its time, but it's probably more fun now than ever before. It is really techy, a lot of big square edges which eat your speed, so I'm going to try hop over that stuff and have some fun, and then hopefully Needles is on time. He's going to join us shortly. Cool, let's hit it. Half dressed, but he's made it. Hello, bro. How are you? Okay, so we're 20 k's in. We're at the end of the Missing Link trail, and it's a new trail. There's a story on this trail on bikenetwork.co.za. And yeah, 20 k's in, used a bar on the Bosch system, so used about 20% of battery. Could be a long day out. Okay, so we found some switchbacks here on the trail, on the Missing Link trail. The keys to riding switchbacks: you want to keep your body centered on the bike and slightly crouched. You don't want to be hanging off of the back. You want to set up for the switchback by approaching the turn as wide as is possible. Drop the outside pedal, drop the heel of that outside foot, lean into the turn. And this is where a lot of people actually get it wrong, is they forget to actually lean into the turn. And look through the turn, sighting the exit, getting off of the brakes, and then roll out the turn and focus forward. So Andrew's going to take a run through and show us how it's done. So out on the Missing Link trail still, Needles has left us, and I've got a lot of bars left on this battery to burn, so I'll do a little less filming and more riding right now. And but I mean, just look how beautiful this Missing Link trail is. I mean, that is the view you're looking at the whole time while you're riding. Just aren't we lucky to be able to get out here and ride bikes? I mean, I think that's the beauty of bicycles, isn't it? They just get us out into nature, keep us grounded, keep us healthy. It doesn't really matter whatever bike you're on, as long as you're out there having a jaw. Okay, let me burn this battery. Check in now. Final range check. I'm headed home now. I've got 1 bar left on the battery. Been about 2 hours 45, coming up on 3 hours of riding. I've done 40 k's, I've done 1,000 meters of elevation. More than half of that has been on super technical trail and on the Missing Link and some of the other stuff around Cape Town. So heading back now, probably make it back about 10 k's home, probably make it on the 1 bar. But before I do that, just take another look at this view. Okay, so that's actually quite funny. I'm like a block from home and the battery finally died. So absolutely awesome, perfect timing. So just to give you a wrap then, final mileage 51.6 kilometers, 1,284 meters climbing, 3 hours 10 ride time. So that's all Garmin data, not Strava with its inaccuracies. So all in all, for an eMTB mode, which is the second most powerful support mode on this Bosch system, I'm actually pretty impressed. It's quite a lot of riding, and the trails are super technical. More than half of them were really, really technical trails which eat your speed, and there's like stop, start, stop, start. So you're using a lot of the energy. So yeah, if you've got any other questions, want to see any other reviews, want to see any other tests, anything like that, comparison tests, you can DM us, you can mail us, you can whatever it is, send us a message on any one of the channels, and we'll see if we can get around to it. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, see you on the trails.